In our previous class, we just started discussing about transport management system. It's one of the huge topic and also important topic, right? So TMS, SAP Transport Management System. It's one of the important topic which we are discussing currently, right? So we know what is transport, why we need transport management system in our landscape, right? Suppose if we see our landscape, suppose our landscape contains so development systems and quality and production systems we have, all right? Development, quality and production systems we have. So here development, quality and production. So we have three systems in the landscape. Suppose assume three systems in the landscape. Suppose developers, developers or development team, they will develop one object here. This is one of the object they have developed here. They want to move this object to quality system. How they can move it? Is it like sharing? Is it like inserting into the copying to the pen drive and inserting into the here? No, it's not possible. Why? Because servers are in the remote location, not here. It's in the data center. How? How? Is it like Bluetooth sharing? No. How? If it's in the mobile, we can initiate the Bluetooth sharing connection, then we can copy the data. But it's not the servers, right? It's the servers. How can we do that one? So in SAP, we have one concept is called the configuring the TMS uh, TMS configuration. So it's kind of TMS configuration and transport. Suppose I'm in my village, so I need something like I need some courier or something. In this case, how they can people they can parcel, people they can courier to my location, right? That will be transported to my native place, right? That will happen. Example, right? So same way, you have developed one object, one code, one data, one program, one table, one structure, one functional model you developed in the development system. We want to move to the quality for testing purpose. How they can move it? So using the transport management system, they will move to the your quality system. In the quality, they will develop the testing. Then after that, they will move the same data to the in the production system. Within fraction of seconds, they will move to the production, right? Where in the production, all the users will log in and they will do their transactions and everything. They will log in, right? It should be up and running in the 24/7 support. Why? Because production, not sure when the user will log in and they will do the transactions, tickets, orders, booking, price, sales, and everything. We are not sure. So that's why production should be up and running, and we should not do any other activities. We should not do any other activities like development, testing related activities in the production. Why? Because in the production system only users directly they will log in, they will do the all the activities. So that is the reason. So we have development system called same as like production. We have the development system. Just name itself will change it. SID will change it. Then the usage. This is the development activities. We have one system, and the quality activities we have one system, and the production activities we have one system. That's why we have the three separate systems in the landscape. But the data, the functionality, everything is same. So everything is same. So that's why developers, they will develop here, they will move to the here, they will do the testing here. Then finally, we will move the code to the production landscape. How we are moving? By configuring the TMS landscape, by configuring the TMS configuration. How we have to do that one? So to perform this one, first of all, we have to decide which system should be in the domain controller. Which system should be in the domain controller? It's a simple. If I talk about the TMS landscape, TMS, transport management system. If I talk about the TMS, it's very simple. So let 2 minutes we will talk about outside of the SAP discussion, right? Suppose, so I'm in Kolada. So here in Hyderabad, I want something from Hyderabad to Kolada. What we can do? I can transport the something from here, then through the transport, through the track. So I will get the delivery from the system. I will get the delivery from the the related vehicle, the related system, right? Same as like here also, when you develop one code here, automatically not automatically, so it will go to the quality system. It depends upon the configuration you will do in the as part of the TMS configuration. So what we have to do in this case? What we have to do in this case? First of all, we need to decide which system should be in the domain controller. So as part of the TMS configuration, first we have to configure the domain controller configuration, domain controller. So domain controller configuration, we have to perform it. So what is this domain controller? In the name itself, we have. So domain plus controller. Control the systems within the domain. So domain controller means control the systems within the domain. So this entire three systems are in the one domain, one network, right? So this will control. Suppose if you choose development system is the domain controller, this domain controller will control the other two systems. Suppose if you choose this quality system as domain controller, development and quality will be controlled by the quality system, same as like production. So you need to choose it. You need to choose it. Which system should be in the domain controller? Which system should be in the domain controller? So normally either development or production system should be in the domain controller. So they will choose it. Suppose in our case, development system is in the domain controller. So why we have to make it domain controller means, suppose if you take it out, you take if you take outside of the one topic, suppose if you take banks, every bank, suppose we have in Hyderabad one bank, Bangalore one bank, and also we have banks in the Pune as well, right? So three states, we have three banks are available, right? Three cities, three banks are available, but same banks. But in this one should be the main bank, right? Major branch, main bank. So that main branch, we have to decide which one is the main branch. That main branch will cover the sub branches as well. The sub branches will talk to main branch. If any unknown issues or something, they will talk to the main branch. And also sub branch people will ask people to go and talk to main branch people, right? So that's why out of these three, one should be in the main branch. In the SAP, in out of three, one should be in the domain controller. The domain controller will control the other two systems in the landscape. How they can control it? Controller means controller, controlling the systems. So it's system, right? Controller. What they can control it? What activities they will control it? Like moving the transport, releasing the transport, importing the transport request. So this kind of work, why? Because this is the transport configuration. TMS related all the configuration will be controlled by the domain controller, right? So what we have to do to perform the domain control configuration? Simple. Here we need to log into the 000 client, right? 000 client, and any one of the user, either DDIC or any user, we have to log in. Then execute the STMS transaction code. And here you need to add the domain underscore. So suppose like ECP or ECD, like that you need to add it, right? Domain underscore ECD, like that you need to add it. ECP means domain underscore your development system SID, development SID, you have to add it. Then save it. That will be as a domain controller. Okay, let's try. Let's see here. Here in our system, we have the two systems, like ECQ are available and ECP are available. Okay, so we will take ECQ as the development system and ECP is the our production system. We will like that, we will assume it, right? So let's log into the ECP and ECQ also we have to log in, right? So just go to the here, log into the one of the connect to the any one of the user 000 client, the 000 client we are logging here. Okay, so this is the SAP screen. The who are new today, this is the SAP screen here. You have to be, you have to be so practice and everything from here in the SAP screen only, right? This will be available in the remote desktop server, So you have to log in remotely and you have to use this one. Okay. Okay. So here you need to use the STMS is the transaction code. So here configuration already there. I'm just go ahead and deleting it here. Just deleting the configuration that I have deleted the configuration. The next system we have newly installed system that is called the ECQ system is available SID, right? Just going to the here, click on the next button connection. So I'm adding here, right? So ECQ application server name is SAP Windows. Instance number is 00. So SID is ECQ. Just enter, finish. So we have added the ECQ as well. SAP Windows 00 is the instance number, right? So like that, I have added the connection. You can see instance number. Either you can add the group server selection also, we can add it. So if you have one application server, you can add it from here, or that one also you can add it. See, our ECQ server is up and running. So we need to log into the 000 client, then go to the either DDIC or any user, then London. Okay, so I connected to the this one. I connected to the ECQ system as well. ECQ system also I connected. So now we are assuming like we have only two systems, right? We are only two systems. ECQ here in this case, ECQ is our development system. ECP is our quality system. Then we will create one more system that is called the suppose like PRD. PRD, the name itself PRD. This we will name it as the so production system. Okay, we don't have this one. Just assume it. This we will create the one virtual system. Virtual means it's not physically exist. Virtual system. Okay, just we will do that one. Okay, so I have created here. We have created one system, but so you can see I can log into the here system. I'm able to log into the here, right? You can see here. So initially, you know, right, why it is taking some time, why it is compiling everything. Why? Because just we have installed the system, but we have not performed any post activities, ESGen, so some other transaction codes, so some other things we have not performed. Why? Because newly installed system, after that, what we have to perform, that you guys know, what post activities we have to perform and what checks we have to do that one, that and everything, you know, right? We can perform it later after the class, okay, offline. Okay, now let's do only TMS configuration in this system. Okay, this is our SAP home page. Here we need to execute the transaction code. Log into the 000 client, execute the STMS transaction code. STMS transaction code. Here it is asking the create new domain. Here it is asking the so here it is asking the domain controller name. So here domain underscore SID. SID is our ECQ system. ECQ, right? So that's why domain underscore ECQ. I have named it. Just click on the save button. So while saving here, while saving the configuration here, we will get these things will be created. We know what are the things will be created here. One user will be created. That is called the TMS ADM in 000 client. It's a very, very important question, guys. So while configuring, what things will be created? So one user, two RFC destinations, right? TMS star RFC destinations will be created. One background job will be created. RDD, IMP, DP job will be created. And fourth one, so configuration, configuration will be generated at operating system level, it will be generated. So that is called the USR SAP trans. Under the trans directory, we have bin. Under the bin, so we have the configuration will be generated. Domain underscore CFG, domain underscore, so CFG configuration and TP profile parameters will be created under the trans directory at operating system level. So these four are very, I'm not sure how much very, but it's like very important, right? You need these things to should be remember, or you want to buy head, you can buy head. If you want to note down somewhere, you can note down. So, but it's not very important. So while doing the TMS configuration, what exactly happens? That is the one of the important question they may ask you. So these things will be created. So while doing configuration, these things will be created, right? So how to configure the domain controller? The first one is this is the steps we have to follow. Then then save it. So then user will be created. Just enter the user password. TMS EDM user password is creating. See here, set the password for the user. Then I have set the password here. I have set the password that is getting saved here. So that is getting saved here. Then while saving here, backend, two RFC destinations will be created. One job will be triggered and configuration will be generated. Configuration will be generated here. Configuration will be generated here. So if you want, you can go to the operating system level, go to the here. So what is that folder? USR SAP trans under the trans. So we have this trans is for the transport directory. All the transports related, trans directory related things will be trans directory related things will be. So all the transport directory files will be stored here. Suppose example, when you are doing the TMS configuration, so the first this will be created. So today we are doing it. So all the configurations, domain configuration, domain.cfg, TP underscore domain underscore, all these files will be generated. All these files will be generated. All these files will be generated, right? You can see here, all the files will be generating here. So this is the trans directory. The trans directory will be updated. Trans directory will be updated. Just give me a minute. Let me mute it for here. Okay, trans directory will be created here in the bin folder. Okay, so here asking the company name. Let me give the company. So it's very simple. Only 3 or 4 steps for creating the domain controller configuration. 000 DDIC STMS and domain underscore SID. We'll ask the domain underscore SID. That domain underscore SID we have to give it. We have to give it. Then after that, what we need to do while doing this configuration under the bin USR SAP trans directory will be updated. So this domain.cfg and TP profiles will be generated. TP profiles will be generated. It's the very important point. Okay. So in every interview, if you go, they will ask you these questions. They will ask you questions, right? So what exactly happens when you are doing the configuration? Or can you explain the steps about the domain controller configuration? So like that, they will ask you questions. Okay. Like that, they will ask you questions. Here I am filling this form. So initially we need to set the company name. So that's why I'm just saving the company name. One time it will set up, next time it won't ask you for this form and everything. Why? Because we are creating the users, all users related details we have to fill it here. So just normal mandatory details like I have normally we have to fill everything. but mandatory details we have like country, time zone. So these things we have to fill it. So I have just updated those details here. Okay, see here it is compiling. Everything will be compiling. So which means it is saving. It is saving. So here, whatever the changes are happening here, update work process will take care and will update into the records, table records, database level, right? This is what we discussed during the our initial discussion. So you need to remember all these things. You need to remember, right? This is the way we have to create the domain controller. So everything we have to perform from the 000 client. 000 client we have to perform it. Everything we have to perform from the 000 client. Okay, right? So this is the way we have to create the domain controller. Once this is done, what next? What next? Next one is the adding the systems into domain controller. Adding the systems into domain controller. How to add the systems? So first of all, we have created the main branch. The next one, how to add, or how to include the systems into domain controller. It means main branch. How to do that one? This is the one more topic. Like in the same in the transport topic, the train transport administration, we have different subtopics. First one is the domain control creation. These are the steps we have to follow. So while doing the domain control TMS configuration, so what exactly happens in the backend? This will be happened in the backend. Then next one, how to add the systems into domain controller. So that one we are discussing now. That one we are discussing now. Domain controller configuration we are discussing now. That will be we are discussing now, right? So that is the thing now. How to do that one? So same to create the domain controller configuration, what we have to do, we have to log into the same all the configuration we have to perform from the 000 client and any one of the user, either DDAC, whatever the any user, 000 user. Okay. Then same STMS transaction code. Then it will you have to enter the domain underscore for development system SID you have to give it, not your own system ID. So here you are adding this quality system into here. You are adding this system into here, right? Then what you have to do, you have to provide this SID, you have to provide while configuring while adding the system. You have to give this SID, you have to give it. So this SID, you have to give it. In ECQ, you can see here after saving, you are logged into the domain controller system, which means domain controller is our ECQ system. Then what you have to do while adding, you have to provide the ECQ system. ECQ is ECQ system and save it. Why, sir? We are in the ECP system now. Why we are giving the ECQ? Why we are giving ECQ means we are adding the systems into domain controller. We assumed initially ECQ is our domain controller system. So that whenever you adding new system into here, you have to provide the domain underscore ECQ system details. You have to provide it, save it. Same as like here also. Same as like if you have other systems, when you are adding other systems into domain controller, you have to give this one. So let's start. Let's see now. I'm going to the STMS. Now I am in the ECC. You can see here. Now I am in the ECP system. I want to add my ECP system into domain controller. What I have to do? I have to go to the login to the 000, any one of the user and STMS, right? STMS I entered it. Now here I need to add the domain underscore ECQ. It automatically it will take it out. Why? Because we are using the shared trans directory. So that's why it will be added automatically. Just click on the save button, right? Same as like here also, user will be created. One user will be created and then one TMS destinations will be created. So here will be created, right? Here you can see SCP system waiting to be included in the domain controller. So this ECP is waiting to be included in the domain controller. So if you see here, if you see here, if we go, we discussed about the while doing this configuration, we have this user RFC destination one job. This configuration will be updated, right? So the configuration we see now, we'll see now. So if you go to the trans directory, we go to the trans directory, the trans directory. So if you see here, so all the configuration is updated. Domain.cfg and tp underscore domain underscore ECQ, tp underscore domain underscore ECP, all will be updated with the today's date, right? So when I'm doing for here, this will also will be updated. So the trans directory, all the TMS related configuration will be available in the bin folder. In the bin folder, it is available. It will be updated. Okay, it will be updated. So now I am here. It is what is saying SAP system waiting to be included. I am in the ECP system. I am in the ECP system that is waiting. Before we go for just to validate the TMS configuration, TMS connections, you can see ECP, ECQ, TMS ADM, TMS SCP, which means two RFC destinations. TMS star RFC destinations are generated. One is for the ECP, ECP, ECQ, ECQ will be generated, has been generated, which means one user to RFC destination, the background job, and also we verified the configuration as well, right? This configuration also created. So now let's go. We have added, but system is waiting to be included. System is waiting to be included, which means we have to log into the here ECQ. What we have to do now, we need to go and then approve it. But we have to log, we have to go to the here. Here we have the systems overview. Go to the systems overview. Log into the domain controller. We have to go to the systems overview. Here we need to click on the approve button. Why? Because what it is saying, this system waiting to be included, which means in the domain controller system, there is a option, approve option. We have to just click on the approve option. We are in the ECQ, but you can see here ECP also here, but this is waiting to be included. It's not fully activated, waiting to be included. Why? Because here you need to approve it. When you approve it, that will be added to the, that when we approve it, that will be added to the here. Just I clicked on the approve button, then your system include SAP system into transport domain ECP. Yes. Now what's happening? So this ECP system will be adding to the, this ECP system adding to your domain controller system. ECP system is adding to the here domain controller system, which means so your main sub branch system is adding to the main branch system. So in the main branch, people should be approve it, then only the sub branch will come and will be added to the here. So same we did it now. We logged into the ECQ, means main branch. There is an option, approve option. We logged into the ECQ. There is an option, main branch option. Just added it. Now you can see it's a fully active. It's up to date. Previously waiting to be included. Now it is active status, which means both the systems are in the transport domain. So how can we say, suppose I am the new person, how can we recognize which system should be in the domain controller? If you go to the STMS transaction code, systems, then there is a type should be controller, which means this ECQ is the controller. ECQ is the controller where we have the, so cap is available, like controller symbol is available. That system is the main system. This is the top system. Okay, in our bash, in our language, we will call it as the, so top, right? Top. So same as like here, this is the main system here. So for top has the different functionalities, right? So same as like here. Now, just if you just go back and execute the STMS transaction code here. Now system is ECP system is, what is the transport domain? ECQ is the transport domain, which means so we have successfully added our ECP system into domain controller, which means main branch we have added, which is the domain controller system, which is ECQ we have added. So this is the TMS configuration we have done it, right? This will happen. And also we have verified the configuration, the RFC destinations, user also in the last time we verified, and the background job also we verified. Okay, these four are the very important guys. I'm not sure how you will remember, but you need to remember all these things you have to remember. Okay, so how to add the systems means you have to remember these steps. Okay, so now next one, once you've done the domain controller configurations, once you've done the domain controller configurations, so domain controller configuration is done, and adding the systems, that is also be done. Now we will discuss about transport routes, the route, transport routes. So we have two cities are okay, transport routes and transport layers we have to discuss. Transport routes and transport layers also we have to discuss, we have to create it. Transport routes and transport layers and transport group we have to create it, right? So this will come. For transport routes and transport layer we have to create it, right? What is it meant by transport routes? You have created the connections, you have created the connections, and you have created the connections, and you have established you have added the systems into domain controller. That is done. So we are good with the TMS configuration. No, still we have routes configuration is left. So this suppose example, if you take, this is the Hyderabad, this is the Bangalore. This is the Hyderabad system, this is the Bangalore system. You just establish it's the connectivity. Then you need to define the routes, right? Lanes, you have to define it. Routes, you have to define it. In which route, in highway, national highway, you have to define the routes, lanes, and everything. Traffic rules, you have to define it, right? Suppose like you have 3 lanes. Suppose if you are going to Hyderabad to Vijayawada, you have the 3 lanes, right? So one lane, small vehicles, in the middle lane, so unsure vehicles like heavy vehicles, and not experts. So then in the right side vehicle, right side lane, all experts like heavy speed vehicles, they will go, right? So like that we have traffic rules. Traffic rules. Through these lanes, the vehicles will move. Through this road, entire road, we have three. On the road, we have the road, transport road. On the road, we have the 3 lanes. Using these 3 lanes on this road, so vehicles will go from one city to another city. It will flow, right? From here also, we need to define the transport routes, which means transport routes we have to define it, and the transport layers we have to define it, right? So same like we have to define it. It's not like that. Okay, you have established, you have given, you have, so from one city to another city, we have established the road, which means our work is done. It's not like that. So you have to define the routes, layers you have to define it. That is the last one we have to discuss, transport routes and the transport layers. So what is the route? Transport route is connection between, same, route means road. Transport route is connection between one system to another system. Transport route is connection between one system to another system. That is called the transport route. We have two types of transport routes are available in the system. Two types of transport route. One is the consolidation road. Okay, consolidation road is a very important, guys. So and second one is the delivery road. Okay, delivery road, consolidation road and delivery road. Two types of routes are available. So what does it mean, consolidation and delivery road? What does it mean, consolidation and delivery route? So consolidation and delivery route. The route between, suppose we have the 3 systems in the landscape: development, quality, and production. So the route between development to quality is called the consolidation route. Okay, consolidation route. The route between development development to quality and production. PRD production is called the consolidation route. The route between delivery to production is called the delivery to production is called the okay delivery route. This is the delivery route, consolidation route and delivery route. Consolidation route, delivery route. So same simple. The road between the road between so development to quality is called the consolidation route. The route between quality to production, delivery, final delivery is you are developing the object here. Finally, you are delivering to the production here, right? You are moving to the final delivery here. Final, I have booked the order from the Amazon. The order will come from the Bangalore to Hyderabad, Amazon go down. From there to one delivery person will give the delivery to me, right? That is the procedure, right? When you book the order from the Amazon or Flipkart, whatever it may be. So same as like here you are developing the system here. Then from here to here, you are moving to here. That is the in the consolidation route. In the consolidation route, you are moving to the here. Then after that, you are delivering to the finally one system that is called the delivery system. So delivery route means the route between quality and production is called the delivery route. The route between development and quality is called the consolidation route. Right? That is the theoretically, if you talk about this one. How to configure means I will show you now. Then next one, transport layers. Transport layers. Transport layers. The transport layers are two types. Okay, it is also two types. One is the SAP layer and ZSID layer. Two layers are there, SAP layer and ZSID layer. So layer means lanes. So on the road, you have the lanes, right? When you go to the highway, national highway, you have the lanes, right? Small vehicles, they will go one side. Heavy vehicles, they will go one side. Like that, we have the lanes, they will divide it, right? That is what we are discussing now, right? So same. Sorry. Yeah, same as like here also we have two layers are available, two types of transport routes and two types of layers are available. What this mean by SAP layer? All SAP standard objects, SAP related standard objects will move through this lane, which means all SAP through will move. What about the ZSAD? Customization. Our developers will develop the objects. Customization objects will move through this lane. These are called the ZSID layer. Okay. So you got it right. You understand right what I am discussing now. You got it right. Any questions from anyone till now? Okay. So it's very simple. Just you can take our road, our transport road management, our transport road example, right? You can take our transport road example. So if you go to the transport road, if you are traveling from Hyderabad to Vijayawada or Vijayawada to Hyderabad, when you on the national highway, on the national highway, that is the road, right? National highway is the road. That is the transport road. That is the transport road. On that road, you have the three lanes, right? Three lanes or two lanes. Suppose two lanes or three lanes. Suppose one lane, all small vehicle. You know, right? Road transport rules. So on that road, I don't want to explain, right? You guys are very familiar about the transport roads. So transport rules. On that lines, if I'm going very fast, then I will take the right side. I'm not sure about my driving. I'm a test driving, and also I'm a small vehicle. In this case, I will go the middle one. I have two-wheeler, so something like that. Then I will go to the left side, not the middle one, left side lane. I will use it, right? This type of rules we have. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong. I may be wrong regarding the transport rules. But so same as like here also. Two types of routes are available. One is the consolidation delivery route. Development to quality is called the consolidation road and delivery road. Route means road. You can assume road, R-O-A-D, road. Okay. Lanes means layers. Layers. Okay. Two types of layers are available. All SAP standard objects. When you are doing the patching, when you are installing the system, when you are doing the patching, we will get the SAP standard objects where SAP will develop for us and they will release the as a patch. That objects will move through this lane. Next lane is the ZSID. So all the customization objects will move through this lane. So how to configure, just abbreviation wise, you can remember how to configure this one. Then log into the domain controller system. Where is the domain controller? This is ECQ is our domain controller system, right? Log into the domain controller, STMS transaction code. Login STMS is the transaction code. Here, just click on the, and after the systems button, we have the transport routes are available. Or if you go to the overview, here also transport routes are available. So you can see the route symbol. Route symbol is configured. Here nothing is there here. Nothing is there here. Just click on the change button. Go to the configuration. So standard configuration. You have the two systems, right? Just you can create the two systems or two systems in the group. What is your development system? ECQ is our development system. ECP is our production system. You have configured to like that. You have configured. Just this is a one-time configuration. All this TMS configuration is one-time configuration. Just click on the save button. Distributed and activated. So your configuration is distributed and activated. So which means we have created the routes. Now you can see. So this is the ECQ system, your development system. Then it will move the data. Finally, data will move to the ECP production. How that will be moved means, so either SAP layer, if it is SAP standard objects, it will go through this lane to here. If it is the customization objects, it will go simply this way and this way, it will come to the here. Finally, all will come to ECP system only. But so finally, we will go to what destination is Vijayawada only. Finally, you are started from the Hyderabad, your destination is Vijayawada only. Finally, you are started from the Hyderabad, your destination is Bangalore only. But in middle, we have one quality testing system is there. So testing system is there. That is called either Kurnool or Anantapur. There is a junction, right? There it will stop everything here. The testing will be done here. Then finally it will move to the production operations. Same as like here also. Will directly go to the here, right? So that's why we have defined this transport lands, the transport configuration we have defined here. So this is the way we have created the routes as well. Routes also we have created like this. We have created the routes as well, right? This is a simple routes creation also. So layers and routes will come as part of the TMS configuration only. Simple. Just you need to go to the here configuration. Just click on the add configuration. But you need to go to the change mode, configuration, add three systems in the landscape. Suppose you have the three systems, ECQ, ECP, and PRD. You have the three systems, then you can add three systems. But currently we don't have the production system. That's why it's saying that you don't have the production system in the landscape. Something like that you need to define. So like that, we can, if you want to delete it, just select it. There is a deletion option, right? You can do that one. So like that, we can create the transport routes and everything. Groups, transport target group also we can define it. Which systems on the transport target group and everything we can define it. Okay. So this is the systems. We can create it this way. This is the TMS configurations we have to perform it. All these steps we have to perform it, right? Like domain controller configuration, then adding the systems into domain controller, then transport routes, and transport layers and trans directory. The trans directory will be updated when the time of configuration. This bin will be updated. This bin will be updated. See, today's date, this will be updated. This has been updated. Okay, this configuration and this folders will be updated. What about the remaining folders? This will come when we are discussing about TMS configuration, imports and everything. Configuration is done. Transport configuration is the one-time configuration. One-time configuration. During the system build, they will configure it. So you no need to configure it. If you are in the implementation project, you will get the chance to configure it. If you are not in the implementation project, you will not get the chance. But we should aware of how to configure and everything, right? They will ask you how many types of transport routes, transport layer. Yesterday, they asked me in some of the interview questions. So yesterday, I attempted one of the interview for one of the brand. They asked these questions. How many types of transport routes, transport layer, how to add the systems into transport domain controller. When you are doing the configuration, so what exactly happens? Same way they have explained it. So what exactly there in the bin folder? So like that, they asked me questions yesterday. So I answered those questions, right? So same as like one of the Tech Mahindra interview, I asked you these questions. So same as like you have to answer whatever we are discussing. If you remember all these theoretical points, definitely you will answer all these questions, right? This way we have to create the transports, routes, layers, adding the systems into the domain controller. That is what we have done it now. Then what next? What we have to do now? Now transport creation. Totally transport concept has three phases actually. One is the configuration. TMS configuration, we have to do that one. That is the basis activity. The next one is the TR creation, transport creation. That is will be done by the developers. Then TR import. This is our activity. So this is our activity. Every day we have to import the transports. This is developers or functional teams. They will create the transport request. Then this is also our activity only. Rare cases we will get the opportunity to create the TMS configurations and everything. So rare cases, but we should aware of the configuration theoretically what's happening and everything we should aware of. Once done, this is a TR creation and a TR import. These two are left, right? So probably maybe tomorrow we can complete the this one, this TR creation and TR import. With this, entire TMS parts will be finished. Okay, so you guys are okay, or shall I continue with the TR creation? Will you guys practice? Shall I continue or will you guys practice?
We'll continue tomorrow.
Okay, no problem. Thank you. So I am deleting the configuration. Okay, I am deleting the configuration. Why? Because you have to configure it. So that's why I have deleted the configuration. Again, you need to configure all these things. Again, you need to configure all the configuration. You need to configure it. So I have deleted the configuration. Go to the extras. In the extras, there is an option for deletion of the configuration. You need to delete it everything. Same as like I have done it. Now there is no TMS configuration. So you guys today, whatever you want, you can do, but tomorrow morning, the TMS should be ready.